Good morning, everyone. All right, well, we've got a little less than an hour to the bell, and hopefully we'll get some good momentum today. I'm pulling out all the stops. Got my cactus shirt. I've got my green drink. It's good. And I got my my glasses holder. Yeah, I got this from Uncle Steve. He said, Ross, you're gonna start forgetting where you put your glasses. It's never too early to start with a glasses holder. So, got my glasses holder here. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at our gap scan. So, leading gapper this morning. XTLB. All right, well, it's got 2 million shares of volume, 5 million share float. No news that I can see. I don't see any news on it. Popped up at 4 a.m. Huh. There's a headline there from Benzinga, no news to account for the move. Well, that's tricky. I wonder what the deal is with this. Well, I don't know, but my my thought on it, I guess, is, well, number one, it's pulled back a lot. So it has already, even without looking at the daily chart too closely, just looking at the pre-market chart, it's like, well, it went from at 4 a.m. from $5 to $16 and then came back down to $5. So it, on the one hand, shows it has the potential to move quickly over $8. That would be, I would say, a pre-market pivot if it could get over $8.30. I'm not sure that we're going to see that happen, especially with no news. It is a NASDAQ listed stock, not a NYSE listed stock. So I might not be as worried about it getting halted by the exchange, but it is a risk. So we'll skip over that one for now. We'll come back to it. Eyes, second site, medical products. So this is a stock that we have traded in the past. It is a former Momo stock at this point. You have a couple of big days here, but oh, I see a chipmunk. My man. Hey, bud. So that's the first chipmunk I've seen so far. Now hold on. I'm gonna have to get out my slingshot. We're taking this sucker down. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna retrofit. I'm gonna make a slingshot out of my sort of headphones here. We're gonna see if we can take this guy down. All right. There were no chipmunks harmed in the making of this morning show, but Rambo would do it if he had to for survival. All right. So let's see. I'll pop that back in case I need it. So what were we talking about? Eyes? Yeah. So the thing is, it's a little bit of a lower price stock. 6.6 million shares. I don't know. I mean, it's clearly moving on decent volume. The pre-market high is up here, 260. But I don't know. I'm not really sure if it's doing it for me just yet. FDA approval. So FDA approval is good. It's a good catalyst. But yeah, I don't know. Descending resistance on the daily chart. So it's going to be above that. Then you've got room to 279, then 291, then 322, and then 425. But it's not super volatile. It's moving, but all things considered, we're talking about a 10-15 cent range, which is kind of like what we had yesterday on SLGG. So I'm not that into it. By the way, I tried to do a Thankful Thursday yesterday. I was going to donate 100% of my trading profits, and then I lost, $3,500 or $4,000 or whatever it was after commissions. So we're going to do a redo of that today. Anything that I make today, I'm going to donate. It's just the luck of the draw that happens, that I do it on a day the market's not great. But it's the thought that counts. So we'll just roll that into today. So Thankful Friday. So that's why I've kind of pulled out all the stops. I'd really like to have a green day so I can do a nice donation here. But ultimately, the market is what it is. I don't know. We just may not see a lot of momentum today. I don't know. It's Friday, so might be that we have to wait till next week. But it only takes one. Thank you, Jason, by the way, for doing the profitable student interview with us yesterday. Anyone that's a 50K or 100K club member, if you want to do an interview with me, I'm going to turn on the live classes. If you want to join us at noontime over in the classes or sometime next week, just send me a message. Just put the message over in the live classes room where there's not as many people in there. And just let me know, and we'll get it scheduled. Would love to do it, really. And don't be nervous about it. It's not a big deal. It's just hanging out with me on a Zoom call and telling beginner traders, a little bit about what works for you. So Gary, that would be awesome. Would love to have you join. Congratulations on your 100K club badge. Would love to have you join. But again, so maybe Gary does it today and we get a couple people for next week. That'd be a lot of fun. Students love seeing that. They love hearing from a variety of different traders. What works, what doesn't work. Your little tips and tricks, even the littlest things can, be a aha moment for a beginner. Okay, so I see obviously eyes is moving a bit higher. At this point, you've got 2, 4, 5 green candles in a row, so it's extended on the 5. All right, so again, just back to the top, and for those just getting tuned in, we're hanging out here, Friday morning show. Do me a favor, guys. I think we're going to cross over 800,000 subscribers today on YouTube. Let's see, we've got 799,000 right now. Let me just refresh this so I get the actual count. Let's see. where is it down to the actual? Let's see. Okay, 799,074 subscribers. Up 42,000 in the last 28 days. Do me a favor and subscribe as soon as you get tuned in. If you're not already, at least hit that thumbs up if you are subscribed. Hey, Mary, that's fantastic. Would love to do an interview with you. Yeah. So send that stuff over. I'll give you the link to upload those broker statements. That's great. Good for you. Good job. So anyone else that hasn't gotten it yet or hasn't gotten their badge but has the $50,000 or $100,000 in profits, there's the link there for you to submit broker statements. Good for you. That's awesome. Okay, so let's see. Eyes, yep. So we're waiting on a pullback on this one. Again, XTLB leading gapper. I'm not thinking there's probably going to be anything else on that. Just seemed like it popped up and then it's just been a short the rest of the morning. There's no news on it. FLGT is too expensive. I mean, so is GameStop, and I've traded that, but that's because it's got that cult following. And oh my God, look at that yesterday, 125 to 148. Man, why does that seem to just always happen when I'm not looking? Ridiculous. All right, let's not even look at that stupid. It's fine for. I know you guys like the stock. As a day trader, it doesn't have the relative volume that I need for it. So I've just got to let that go. All right, so CLPS. Let me just look at it one more time though. GameStop. Yeah, so if it gets back over 148, but I don't know. So I made some money on it, 289,000, and I'm just gonna let that sit. I don't want to give back more. CLPS. 630, 640. $633. Don't love those red candles at 7 a.m. But if it got back above 567. Revenue increased by 37%. That's fantastic. Operating income increased 213%. That's fantastic. It's coming up to the volume weighted average price right here. You've got that high volume at 8 a.m., but we know that those are those institutional orders that go through. It's tricky because you had this sell-off here. You know, we had this really big move and then this sell-off, but then you've got this earnings catalyst, which is a good catalyst, kind of right into this moving average here. I've got 4,000 shares at 50. I want to see if it breaks over 67, and I'm going to put a new order at 570. Let's see if it wants to curl here. There's 58, there's 60, there's 66, adding at 6. Oh, man, my hotkeys. What's going on? All right, hang on. So I wanted to add and then take a little profit off the table, and I didn't get a chance to add because my hotkey for Shift 1. So that was one of those examples, Warrior Pro students, where I was trying to use my hotkey to add. So once I'm already in the position, then I'll use the hotkey for the quick add. So $600. I'm going to hold on this pullback. High is 68. I want to see the break through that 68 level, which is that trigger on the pre-market chart. But, you know, one trade from 550 to 560, that's the 10 cents a day. That's not a very significant amount right now, but that's, you know, it's a starter. So high this candle 68. This is a micro pullback. There you go. There's 78. Nice. So you see how that micro pullback got bought up? That first pullback got bought up. Now we have a high of 77. I didn't sell into that breakout. High is 77. So this is the third leading gapper right now, 5 million share float. I'd be very curious about that restriction. I'm not sure what that's about. Restricting margin on it? I wonder if it's an account balance issue, that they are not allowing it on smaller size accounts. All right, yep, I'll move that over. Okay, thanks. There you go. So there you can see the 10-second chart a little bit better. Interesting. Huh. I don't know why that would be. So waiting for a proper 1 minute pullback, we got a 10-second pullback right here. High that last 1 minute candle, 71. But I got my one trade on it with the entry at 51. I'm just going to hold that for a second. I'm just a little concerned that it's got to hold the VWAP, and I don't know. It's good volume on that candle. I'm happy to see that volume on the break of VWAP, but there it's coming back down a little bit. So not a well, there you go. There's 73. There's 75. Nice. So can it break through 78, 77? Okay. So nice. Nice. There's 78. So still holding this. There'll be 30 cents up in the 80s. So tapped 80. So at this point, I'm in at the VWAP, 51. So now I can just hold this for a second and see what it does. If I add to it, then that's going to throw off my cost basis a little bit. So I'm not against adding, but I want to wait to make sure it's really starting to open up a little faster. So maybe I'll put an order at 80, and then if we get the break of 85 and 95, then start looking for that squeeze up towards 6 and 633. I could see it happening. I mean, we have a good catalyst on it, but we'll see. So eyes is the other one that I was keeping an eye on. Topping tail red candle. There's 80 on CLPS. Let it pull back. See if we get a trade on the break of 80. All right, so it's breaking 80. I didn't get a chance to add. Yeah, false breakout on eyes. Yep, I see that. Nice big bid there at 75 on CLPS. But it's pulling back a little bit. We'll see if we get a little 1 minute pullback up in this area. METX, let me look. Yeah, I see that coming back up. 591 increase in gross billing. Wow. Impressive. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of a tricky daily chart. It's not the greatest daily chart. And you know, to be honest, I don't really like this price that much. I mean, maybe it starts to open up, but I'm going to wait till it gets over 3. The under $3 starts to kind of just get a little choppy. Let's see if right at 9 a.m. anything else pops up. So I'm looking possibly at 9 a.m. for breaking news. That might be our best scenario for today, that we get some breaking news, a stock starts to pop up, and that gives us a nice opportunity. So let's keep an eye on that high day Momo scanner, and I'll keep an eye on the chat room, and let me know if you see something popping up with news, and I'll pull it up as quick as I can. So news headlines are often posted at 8 a.m., 8:30, 9 a.m., etc. This 5-minute candle is closing red on CLPS for that reason. First 5-minute candle closed red. I'm taking the rest off the table. It's the beginning of a pullback. Maybe it pulls back to the VWAP and I can get back in, but I'll just take it off at 72. So $657 so far today, going to charity. Yeah, so Warrior Pro students, we do have some new scanners running. We've got a few that we're testing, some that are still in beta, and others that are coming into production right now. So on the scanners, you'll see right here, so we've got a top gappers for large cap and a top gappers for small cap. I'm using the small cap. High day momentum for large cap and small cap. So just some variance there, depending on what your strategy is. Just watching news headlines. That, Boyd, we're working on. Interesting. No, Josh, we use our own market data vendor, and we have our own development team that have built these out. News on AEI. So there's a headline there on that. High was 14. It's gapping up 22%. 2 million share float. The volume's very light. So net profit of 45 million. You can see the headline's posted right there at 9. So see how that starts to pop up there. Look at that. So now the question is, do I chase it? So I have a starter at 1583. It's squeezing up on that headline, adding at 17 and looking for the squeeze up to 20. So I'm jumping on this momentum on AEI. Watch this over 18, adding right there. Target on this, a squeeze up to 25. Adding at 21, 31, sizing up. Looking for the squeeze to $25. Watch this over 22. Watch for the break of $22, then 23, 24, and 25. Buying the dip right there, 21.91. So on this one, I'm looking for the break through 21.30 right here. Watch this 30 spot. We want to see the break of 21.30 and then the squeeze a little bit higher. High of that candle is 22.97. So watch on this pullback for dip trades. Where can I buy a dip? Adding at 20 right there, doing a dip trade long for the breakthrough 21.30. Now this is our leading gapper in the entire market. That quickly. Watch over 21.30. 21.30 is our breakout for then the squeeze up to 22, 23, 24. Should break this level. This is a 10-second pullback, adding right there for the breakthrough 21. Taking some off the table, looking for 21.30. My average is 19.70. So, I chased it up, but I'm okay with that. On a dip, I'm going to add and looking for the break. Watch here, adding at $20 right there for a dip trade. And on this, I'm going to look for that squeeze through 22, 23. Volume is still picking up. This is the volume weighted average price. Added right there at 20. So buying the dip. Looking for that curl through 21. It's a little choppy here. So sizing down a little bit. 13,000. I'm going to let it dip and bought the dip right there at 18.45, bringing my cost basis down. So buying the dip now for a pop back up to 20. So that's better, managing risk a little bit better on that one. This is hard, guys, when they squeeze like that. I mean, I hesitated at 14. The volume was so light, and then next thing you know, I'm adding at 18 and 19. But I'm going to give this a second. That's a nice squeeze. First candle to make a new high, back over 20. Added at 18.50 right there. So new average is 18.55. Trying to do a double bottom long here, 18.30. So sizing in here for the break through 19 and then 20 as it curls back up. Given that this is the leading gapper in the market and it's moving quickly, I think that it's going to capture a little bit more interest. So look for an add over 19.50. Watching here for the break over 19. First 1 minute candle to make a new high is what I'm looking for. Adding there at 18.84 for the breakthrough 19. There's 19.40. Let's see what we can get. So on this one, taking the small gains as I get them, holding smaller size on pullbacks. It's not a home run, mostly because I added high. Bought the dip there at 17.63, average 17.71. So doing dip trades on this for the pop back up. Looking for this to pop back up towards 19. These are the type that I'll keep trading within this range. I'll just keep buying the dips on it because it's volatile. It's up 64%. That volatility is what I like. Look at that, back to 18. Nice. So pops right back to 18. watching here. Again, it's below the VWAP, which I don't love, but it's tough. I mean, I'm okay with trading it in this area. So size down, so I'm up 17,000, so that's 17,000 I'm gonna donate to charity here. Let's see, where's my... Any of you guys could have bought this before me. I chased it, but I'm going to look for dips here along there, 1597, trying to buy that dip. Let's see if it pops back up over 1650. There's 1622, so taking a little off the table. There was a seller at the high. The high was 2297, but there was a seller, where was it? Right around 2130 it looked like. So let's see. So my first entry was 16, 1750, and 22. That was where I was getting in. So as it was spiking right here, I was buying into that spike. Is that chasing momentum? It is. And this is a market where that's been generally a pretty good strategy. But if I look at this right now, what I don't love is higher volume on these red candles. Needs to get back above the volume weighted average price. We'll see what it can do. I wish that I'd maybe jumped in a little sooner, but the thing is, when that news first came out and it first hit there at 9:03 at 14, the volume was so light, I was like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden I was seeing 1550 on the ask, and then 16, 17, and I was like, oh my God, here we go. And I jumped in. 1748 is that candle there. This is, I mean, it's kind of, we'll see where it bases out. The high of that candle, 1678. All right, so let me remove that, put that here. So 1678 right there, 1527. All right, so what I said I would do yesterday, and which I will do here, is start donating as the profit starts to stack up. So that way, every 5,000, I'll donate that out. That way I'm kind of on the hook to keep myself green. So here it's curling back up, still holding at 1597, looking for that to curl back up to the volume weighted average price. Let's see. So this went from leading gapper when it was at 90%. Now it's pulled back here. It's holding, well, the high was 22, the low there, that pulled back 1520. I was going to say it's holding about the 50% mark, but not quite. It's a little below that. Needs to get back above VWAP. So 0, 1, 2. All right, let's see. So letting this consolidate here, we'll see if it gets back over the VWAP. All right, so there's, let's see, 5,000 to the Berkshire Humane Society. Still holding this smaller position, letting it consolidate here. Starting to curl back up a little bit. And there's another 5,000 to volunteers in medicine. And here goes another 5,000 to Berkshire Bounty, which is like a food pantry type of thing. So there goes another 5,000. So that's 15,000 out. Let's see if we can donate a little more today. So the high of the last 5-minute candle on this is 1703. So I'll put a new order at 1703. I have eyes and CLPS both up as well, but CLPS dipped below VWAP and so did eyes. We have about 14 minutes to the bell. So any of you guys who make money trading, if you can pay a little forward, you gotta pay yourself. You gotta do what's right for you, for your family. But if you can pay a little forward out of some of that profit from GameStop or, for whatever stock you make some money on, it's a good thing to do it. All right, so sitting up 18,200. So as soon as I cross over 20,000, I'll give away another $5,000. AEI is the third leading gapper. Needs to get back over the volume weight average price. The high of this candle here was 16 99, 17. So I'd want to see it get back over 17. Off of 15 could be a dip. So the trade on this essentially was long at $0.5 and whole dollars as it was spiking up. So that's a Momo strategy. It's, as we know, a higher risk one to buy basically right into squeezes, but it is one that I will trade when we have something moving quickly. So it's for parabolic momentum. So let's draw on the 10-second chart here. What I can see on this is an ascending support line that right now is breaking. Now, the low back here is 1527. The low right there is 1492. I'm dip trading it long, 1448, off of this double bottom. So this is a double bottom here, and I'm going to look for this to break back over 16 and then 17. Now, I might be wrong. A dip trade below VWAP is always a little risky, but I'm going to give it a try. We still have about 10 minutes to the bell, and if this can break back over 16 and then 1650, 17, then I can size into that with a great position for the break of VWAP and the first 5-minute candle to make a new high. The red flags here today on this one, the volume is a little higher on the sell side, but then what I have going in my favor is that it's clearly moved quickly. We've got a decent catalyst, and it is a former momentum stock. So for those reasons, I think I'm okay with taking a little bit of risk on it. So watching for support around 15, and then over 1550 for a move back up to 16 and 17. So there's 16. So I'm just going to hold this right now. I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to hold this because what I'm looking for is an add through 1650. First candle to make a new high here on the 1 minute, and then back up to the volume weighted average price, which is 17. Now it needs to break 17. So right now I'm just holding. So that's a dip trade, and I'm going to look to add over what levels? If it breaks 1650, I'm going to add. If it breaks 1675, I'm going to add. And if it breaks 17, I'm going to add. So I'm waiting for it to come up to those levels. As it starts to approach them, I'm going to be adding. So right now holding from 1548, which was a dip entry off a double bottom. So 1650 is my first spot that I'm watching. 1675, then 17. High of that candle there is 1620. All right, let's see. So looking for the break over 1620. We've got about 8 minutes to the bell. For the FYI, for those that are like, oh, he's just giving away money because it's a tax write-off. Okay, while it's true that a charitable donation is a tax write-off, I could also just keep that $15,000 in my pocket. I would then pay 39% federal tax on it and keep the rest. Or I give it all away. So you keep more money in your pocket if you don't donate anything. Now, you're right. For every dollar I donate, I would probably only be able to keep 60 cents of it. So it does make sense to donate it, but that's still 50, 60 cents in my pocket. So as this is coming back down, I'm taking the rest of it off the table for right now. So that was a break-even trade, back out, break-even. I'm not going to disagree that it is, that you do get a benefit, which is a nice benefit. You get a nice benefit from doing that good thing. But also, you could just keep all that money in your pocket. It's not like, I don't know. It's not like, oh, I owe the IRS $100,000. I'll just donate $100,000 and now I owe the IRS $0. It's just not the way it works. Hey, if it was like that, that would be awesome. But it's not like that. Okay, so I'm, I guess, $1,500 away from the next donation. AEI, I'm going to keep it on watch. I still like the idea of it, but I'll be honest that I don't like those higher volume red candles. That's a red flag. Now, again, like I said, lower volume stocks with big spreads like this can be very risky. I did jump in. I did chase it. We got that tap of 22, and then it pulled back. I was able to get out some in here, then did a dip, or where was it? Up here, and then did a dip trade. So this is a market, and this is not a lot different from XTLB this morning, where we had this kind of spike and fade. So ultimately, if short sellers start getting aggressive, shorting these spikes, we're going to continue to see this spike and fade pattern where we'll see stocks spike up, then we'll see it fade. Then we'll see them spike up, we'll see them fade. And then we're going to wait for the first one that proves itself. The first one that really holds up and, goes not just to 22, but to 28, to 30, to 40, and just starts to really, go crazy. So if we have to wait, if that's not today, then, maybe it's not today. So those of you guys tuned in this morning, like I said, anything that I make today, which so far is $18,351, I'm donating to charity. So I'm gonna try to take a little money off Wall Street and send it to Main Street, which I would love to see some of you guys do as well. Even if you make just $100 today, if you would donate $10. It's $10, and for a lot of these organizations, their ability to show larger numbers of donors, even if they are just, $10 or $5, that helps them apply for grants and things like that. So, $10, just throw $10 out there. It really does help, whether you want to donate to one of the places I'm donating to or, to one that you prefer. Do what you'd like. So let's see. So maybe All right. So I think the next one that I want to do is for this family services organization here in Berkshire County. So foster care, adoption, things like that. All right, so I'll get this one ready to go. At the very least, at the end of the day, I'll donate, whatever is left. But let's see if I can get up over 20,000 and then clear another $5,000. 3.5 minutes to the bell. So Berkshire Bounty does the food pantry. But there's another food pantry that I can donate to as well. As a reminder, none of you should be blindly following me or anyone else. And I'll just put my disclaimer up here for those on YouTube and Facebook. Let's see, let me pop that up there. Trading is risky. There's no question about it. Stocks like AEI are risky. So are stocks like GameStop. It takes a long time to get good at trading these. Look at this pop on GameStop yesterday from 125 to 148, then back to 125. You're going to see this type of stuff happen in the market again and again and again. And there is an opportunity within this volatility. I often will chase these moves. And sometimes I chase them and sometimes I lose. I lost $47,000 chasing GameStop on, what was it, Tuesday or Wednesday? I can't remember what day it was now. But in any case, that's part of the deal. Losses happen. I lose money trading and I make money trading. And fortunately, I make a bit more than I lose. So that keeps me in the green. Those of you on, let's see, YouTube, I wanted to see if we could cross over 800,000 subscribers during this live broadcast. We're sitting right now at 799,168. So we still need another 832. So do me a favor and subscribe if you haven't already. We've got about a minute to the bell. Okay, so let's see. We've got GameStop. All right, so I'm not interested in that. XTLB, I'll put up as a maybe. AEI, I'm going to leave over on this chart. If it can get back above the volume weighted average price, I'm going to be watching halts at the open. Eyes, this one wasn't quite volatile enough for me, but if it gets over 240, maybe. All right, so there's the bell. We may have a little choppiness at the open. You can see eyes is squeezing up a bit. Halt level 75. If it breaks over the $0.50, I'm a buyer. I might get in if it comes up a little bit more, but it's not uncommon to see that pop at the open and then a dip. I still have a couple others on watch. AEI I have on watch. Waiting for AEI to get over VWAP. Right now, buying into a pop on something like AEI and even eyes, I think it's very high risk. Because these both, look at that rejection. See that pop in the rejection? That's the same. I mean, again, you could have traded that, you could have made money, and you could have traded it, you could have lost money. Just like anything else, there's volatility in the market. You can see my positions right up here, so you see what I'm in. GWAC, I'm not really sure about that one. AEI, I still have on watch. Eyes back to 215. METX, a little on the cheaper side. XTLB, you know, I see it, but I don't think I'm going to go for that here. AEI, I'll take a starter on that here at 15. I'm looking for the break through 1550 and up to 16. Watch the adding at 1550 right there on AEI. This is first 1 minute candle to make a new high. So this looks good. Adding there at 16. There we go. Nice. Now can we get the break through 1650? All right, buying the dip at 1591. So dip trade long 1591 for the break of 16. So that puts me over 20. And can I get over 25? There we go, holding a smaller position on this. Okay, stop is a break even. I'm gonna let it dip. High of that candle is 1644. You've always gotta pay yourself into the squeezes. Take a little profit off the table. Watching dip, long there, 1509, buying the dip. This one, see it's this volatile, it pops up, then it drops back down. So bought that dip at 1509. And now let's see if it gets back up towards 16. So stop at break even. I'm going to give it a chance to pop back up. Oh, and that stopped me out at 1502. Wow, okay. I might dip trade this. I'm just going to watch for 1 second. Hand on the hotkey. Watching. Is it going to false halt? Orders at 14. Not buying until it... No, so it doesn't false halt. I'm going to look for a trade on resumption. XTLB. All right, you know what? I'll take a long on it. I'm going to buy that break. If it's going this strong, I'm going to ride the momentum on it. So I'm in there at 98 for the breakthrough 6, halt level 611. So watching the seller come down, adding there at 40. Now looking for a squeeze up to 640. So 640 is the spot I'm watching. I'm going to let it dip down, and then the breakthrough 6, whole dollar. Watch for the adding there at 99, breakthrough 6, there's 605. So only $33 of profit on it so far. Let's see if it gets and holds over 6, then 610. Needs to break over 610. Orders it. I'm going to put an order at 615. Let's see if we get the break over 615. Dip trade at 69. Brings my cost basis down a little bit. There's a bid that popped up. Looking for the break over 606, 610, 615. This one's a little easier to manage risk on because it's cheaper, which is nice. Watching for dips. Added at 66. Brings down my cost basis a little bit. Then looking for the pop back up through 90 and $6. So watching this over 85. There's 77. You can see the 10-second chart. I'm looking for the breakthrough 80. 10-second candle, first candle to make a new high over 77. Should give a nice pop up to 80, 85. Adding at 61, so continue to buy those dips. Brings my cost basis down a little bit. Looking for the breakthrough 80, then 83. Cut it off the table, 53, $3,000 loss. Chase that one a little bit. Stop was the low of this consolidation right there, which was 60. My exit was 53. AEI, I'm going to watch on resumption. Eyes is pulling back. We'll see if this can get back over 6. 611 is the spot that I'm watching. All right, so let's see. I've got another $5,000 to donate. Okay. Well, so I did that donation. It doesn't says so. I don't know. It just says thank you for the donation. But that was 5,000. So I'll have to grab a screenshot of the transaction. This needs to get back over the high. I jumped in it because it was squeezing. I did get in below the VWAP, but I thought it was going to break through it. So I guess I was wrong on that. SLGG on the scans. I don't like that. It's pulled back too much from yesterday. AEI, I'm going to watch resumption. So the AEI halt was at This is a circuit breaker halt. It halted going down. But the fact is, I mean, while I could do a dip trade on it, the halt down was 1392. It has sort of a descending support line here. But the fact that it couldn't break the VWAP right there and hold above it is, it's not great. So I'll see maybe if there's a quick dip trade, because I think it'll still be volatile. But so let's see if we get a bounce on this. It's showing a flat resumption, which by itself is bullish. So I took a long there for the bounce back up. You see I'm in at 1402. So I'm trying to buy for that pop back to 1450. Let's see if it holds this level. It's always aggressive and risky to do these kind of trades, but let's see. There's 1416. There's 1424. So size down on it. I thought it was going to bounce a little bit more than that. XTLB. Yep. 6 is the spot that I'd be watching. But yeah, if it first 5-minute candle to make a new high. Feels like definitely a tricky day because it's a lot of chasing. But like this right here, the high was 547. So, it technically feels like there's a trade here back over the $0.50, but then the spreads are a little bigger and it's below VWAP, so the risk is a little higher. So I have to mitigate all that with smaller size if I took that trade. Ascending support is right here. So let's see if that breaks through. There's 50. It should break through the $0.50 here. There's 50 on the ask. And then you see it kind of dips back down. Look at that spread. Yeah, so I'm going to cut the loss on that. So sitting at 22.7, so 2,500 away from the next $5,000 donation. Eyes curling back up. Well, it's above the VWAP, which is good, but I do have a problem with that big red candle. So there's my confirmation from 18 degrees. So that one's for kids, parents too. Kids and parents going through in the foster system and adoptions, and also just helping parents who are having a hard time. So eyes, the high of that candle was 29. We're still only in the first 10 minutes of the day, so we still have a decent amount of time. So if it can break through 29, there could be a little dip trade here. So I'll take a long there at 28. I'm trying to catch that break through 30, and then I want to take a little off the table. New order goes at 250. So I added at 38, scaling back in, now looking for the squeeze through the high of day of 47. So let's see if we can get the break on eyes through 245, 250. That would be really nice. So over 240 would be my next add. Watching 37, then 38. So there's 37, 38, looking for 39 to start adding into 40 for the break through the $0.50. So orders at 51 on this. Now if we can break through 45 and the $0.50, then we're starting to look good for a squeeze through 260, the pre-market high. So holding right now, looking for the break on this candle as it curls back up. There's 37, 38, there's 40. Nice. Now can we get the break of 45? New orders at 250. Nice. So taking profit on the way, which is always the right move. Looking for a dip. Adding at 45 there for a quick dip, and then the break through 250. It's starting to pick up a little bit of speed here, which is good. So watch 46, 47, and then the break through 250. So I'm going to cut that one off at 39. I can get back in. High of that candle is 54. Order will be at 50. Sorry, is it 54? Whoa, I didn't see that. Huh, interesting. All right, well, I'll leave that order there. GameStop. Oh, man. Yeah, I see it. I don't know. The problem is you already got that first pullback. The high there's 41. Yesterday's high was 47. It really needs to break through that level. I'll see what it does, but this could be a quick disaster. I don't like that that is a big red candle at the high there. Nice, Waylon. That's great. Jason, you should maybe get... Jason's from Tampa also, so maybe he could get some info on that. Yeah, pre-market pivot at 245, but it did break that at the open up to 247, I guess. We'll see. We'll see. This is the first pullback. High of this candle's 41. My order's at 50. Adding back at 41 there. I'm looking for the breakthrough 50. I'm thinking first candle to make a new high and then a breakthrough the high there. So let's see. I want to increase my share size on this one just a little bit. It's a little cheaper, so I can size up with a bigger position. Adding there at 49 for the breakthrough 50, and now looking for a squeeze through 54, 56, and up to 60. So watch right here. I'll let it dip down. The high of that candle's 54, so looking for the breakthrough the $0.50. There's 51 order. As it pulls back, I can look to buy the dips and then catch that next curl back up to the $0.50. So we've got 43 on the ask. There's 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, adding at 49 for the breakthrough 50. It's false breaking, taking profit out. New order goes at 51. Watching 51. See, it should have broken there. It came up to that level, and that's where I expect it to break instantly. Adding at 47 there, I'm going to give it another try. 46. Let's see if we can get the break over 50. So sometimes I'll trade in and out of these. I'll get in, I'll get back out. It's got 41 million shares of volume, so it's perfectly liquid enough to get in and out. We want to catch that break through the $0.50 and then a quick squeeze up to 55, 56. So high this candle there. So watch here as it comes back up again, 46. Then we want to see 47, 48, 49, break through the $0.50 up to 55.60. Giving it a second. Waiting for it to crack that level. Buying the dip at 42. That way I can be repositioned for the next curl up. There's 45, there's 46, there's 47, adding at 48 for the break through the $0.50. So let's see if we get that crack this time. Usually this is the level where when we break, it'll be a quick break. So there's 30,000 on the ask. And so we're going to see the countdown, 40, 30, 20, 18, 15, 10, and then that snap through the level. Watch there. There you go. Right? So as it rips through that level, I like to take some off the table and then holding a smaller position. Can it hold 50? If it holds 50, then I can do a dip off 50 for the next move higher. If it doesn't hold, watching 48, 49. So now it's back below the $0.50. It didn't hold that level. So that puts me at 26,000. So I'm going to donate another $5,000 here. Okay. So this is going to go for People's Pantry, Food Pantry, 5,000. So let me just send this over here. Got to log into my account. All right, there's another 5,000 out the door. So that one's to the People's Pantry. So we've got People's Pantry, we've got Berkshire Bounty, we've got, let's see, 18 Degrees, we've got Volunteers in Medicine, WTI hitting the scanner. Not super familiar with this one. You guys can donate to wherever you want. Whatever is, you know, I kind of am, my thought on it is it's a good idea to send that money right into your local local community. I see AEI popped up just a little bit off the low there, but again, being below VWAP makes it tricky. Unfortunately, I don't know. We'll see. All right, nice, Anton. That's good. Okay, let me look. Yeah, I see that. XTLB does have an interesting look to it. So I'm accumulating a position there for the breakthrough 50. My thought on this is over 575, take a second stab for the break of VWAP. So watching 575 for my ad on this. This one's a little bit different because it's got that big move this morning and it starts to curl up here. To me, it looks a little stronger. So watching over 55, adding there 56, there's 70, nice. Now, okay, let's see what it can do from here. Look for a little dip, adding at 69. Now looking for 75. I want to see if we get that curl up over $6. Because once this starts to pick up a little bit of speed, it's going to be back on the high day Momo scanners. Looking for the break over 77, 78, and then a squeeze through. Let's see if we get the squeeze through 6. Watching a dip here, added at 61. So average is 57, taking a little off the table. Size down for now. I'm going to let it dip and then do another dip trade. High that candle is 79. New order is at 80. Buying at 75. So now I'm sizing up here for the breakthrough 80. Adding at 79. Now looking for 85. I'm looking for this to squeeze through 6. But I'm trying to start to size into it and then adding over 85, 95 as we move a little faster and move a little higher. High of this candle is 85. New order goes at 90. So let's see if we get the break here. Watching a dip. Pull back. First candle to make a new high. Then a break through 85. Now I think this is good. I like the idea. Thank you for bringing this one to my attention. So this candle high is 85. Low of that pullback was 52. So as it dips down, we might get a dip entry. So I'll add there at 68 as a dip trade. Now look for the break back over 80. And we'll see if we get 85, 90. There's 80. So can we get the break over 85? So from my dip trade, let's see. We'll see if this one will get me across the 30,000 mark. Looking for a dip entry on this, adding at 61 there. So trying to buy that dip on the pullback. Look at that flush. So hit the bid, lost $6,000 on that. So now I've got a bit of work to do to get myself back to added at 90, trying to buy that dip. It's an irrational sell-off, in my opinion. So from 89 back to 93, 94. Sold the rest there. So now I'm back below 25. I've already donated 25,000. Well, it's 10 a.m. Eyes giving it another try up here. Nice bounce off the low. We'll see what it can do. So eyes needs to hold over 50. There's 20,000 on the ask there. But yeah, this is tricky after that flush there on XTLB. That's a bummer because I lost 6,000 on that. So I don't want to keep giving back gains. Eyes, a lot of sellers. I'm waiting for something to really open up, and we started to get it on AEI, but then it couldn't hold. WTI. Eyes, I'm still watching if it can get back over the $0.50. So I'll take a long there on eyes. I'm going to give it a shot for the breakthrough 55 and 60, because what we've got here is this ascending pattern, which is generally a pretty good one right here. So we're looking for the breakthrough 56. Added there. There we go. So now we're looking for the breakthrough 60. Now over 60 is my next add. Adding right there into 58. So sizing into this. Now looking for that squeeze through 65. Watch this as we break this level. Then we've got room on this back up towards 3. So let's look for that breakthrough 60. I'm going to look for the add up here. Dip trade at 56. Looking for the breakthrough 60, 57, 58, 60. There we go. There's 60 on the ask. Can we break 60? 63, 64. That's nice. Not bad. 53 average. Now I'm going to let it pull back. The high there is 66. So we got the break through this level. Now I can hold a smaller position on this, give it a chance to prove it can hold, and over 66, new orders at 67 for the break of high a day, 5,000 shares. I have to be a little careful adding a high on it because, this one's already shown it's perfectly happy to do a false breakout like it did there at 56, but this is breaking the high of the flat top. Those of you guys on YouTube, we're doing a special morning show here for Friday. For Thankful Thursday, I wanted to donate all the profits I made, and then I proceeded to lose like $4,000. So today I said, let's do it as a do-over. Anything I make today, I'll donate, and I'm up 26,000. I've already donated 25,000, and I'd really like to get to 30, so I can donate another 5,000. So still holding eyes here. At 53, there's 66, 67. I didn't add to it. I'm just holding right now. There's high a day on the high a day Momo scanner. So high there's 67. So now we've got the beginning of a little bit of a pullback. If it can hold the $0.50, I can look for a dip off the $0.50. We want to see that now that it's broken this 550 spot or 250 spot, that it holds that level. I see WTI going a little higher. Good for you, for anyone that jumped on that flat top breakout. Eyes, I'm a little more interested in. I focus on rate of change. So trading stocks like XTLB, Eyes, and AEI are focusing on the biggest percentage movers on the day. Now, sometimes they'll pull back and they won't be the biggest percentage movers as the day goes on, but at the time they were. So if we look at relative volume, XTLB is up there. We've got a couple sort of false alerts. Eyes is up there, and AEI. So in terms of stocks that have that are kind of more traditional. I'm not even sure which these ones are. I'll have to look into that. But let's see. Let me just copy and paste these. But these ones here are all the right type of stocks to be looking at. Let's see. Let me send this to my developer. I'll just type it to him. All right. So PSAGU. ACAHU, AURCU, RXRAU. I guess it's like a ACA. I guess these are SPACs, it looks like. Weird. All right, well, in any case, relative volume leaders is generally the name of the game. So, AEI, rate of change, and relative volume popping up at that moment, that was something that I'd be interested in. It's a recent Momo stock, recent IPO, having made this squeeze from 8 to 28. So I jumped on that quickly as soon as we had that news posted at 9 a.m. Did spike up, but now it's retracing the move. XTLB. Again, high relative volume, no catalyst. Eyes, I'm still holding and looking for the next trade. You can see my position here, 253 is my average. High this candle is 269. So now that we're moving a little bit faster, tried to add there, didn't get filled. But as we go a little higher, I'm going to start thinking about maybe we get a move up towards 285 and then 3. Nice. So coming up on 30 cents a share here on my eyes position. I'm going to have to get another good sized trade though to get me through that 30,000 mark. I'm a couple thousand away from it. So the high of this candle is 78. This is a micro pullback right here. I can put an order at 80. So will dips get bought up on this? I'm adding at 74 because it feels like the dips are getting bought up. So looking for the breakthrough 80. So cost basis come up to 71. Now over 78, adding there, 78. Trying to take that quick breakthrough 80. And then we're looking for it to pick up a little bit of speed as we squeeze up to 85 and 90. So watch 280 as the next breakout, then 285. Adding at 77 there, so scaling in just underneath this spot. Looking for the break of 80. So there's 80 on the ask. There's 80, 81, 82. Taking a little off the table. That puts me at 28,000. That's good. Now let's see if we get up to 85. And at 74. High of that candle was nice at 84. New orders at 85. So over 85 would be my next add. Watching the level 2 and the time and sales, adding there at 80 for the break of 85, getting in a little early there. I saw some green on the tape and I thought, you know what, I better punch it. So now looking for the break of 85. There's 80, 81, 82, 83. So there's a nice bid there at 80. So now we're seeing the bid sort of popping up a little bit. There's 82, 83, 83, adding at 84 right there. There's 87, taking it off the table into that breakout. Only 300 to go. Let's see if I can get another 300 bucks here on this one. High on this candle is 89, new orders at 90. Dip long, 89, so I'm jumping in at 89. There's 94, 95. New order at $3. Added at 95 for the break of 3. Now we're moving faster. Watching for a quick long over 3. We've got 85 million shares of volume added right there. Looking for that squeeze through 3. That's 32,000. I've got another $5,000 to give away. I'm going to let this pull back now because it's extended. Starting to get a little parabolic on that false break of 3. On a dip, I could long, but let me just give it a chance to dip down. The low there is 87. I'm dipping long at 89, and I'm going to use a 10-cent stop on that. This is the first candle to be red, so it's a little risky, but at the same time, with it showing this kind of move, it's up 100%. I think this might be the spot to start looking for that dip. And if it can break back over 3 and go 305, if it breaks 3, then we're looking for 305, 310, hold 3, and then to move up to 325. All right, so let's see what this wants to do here. Okay, there we go. There's 90 watching. First candle to make a new high, adding there, 95. Now looking for the break back over 3, adding here. So now we're looking for 305, the break of 305, up to 310, 315. Watch this. There's adding there 304. So as it starts to ascend and move faster, we're going to look for that break of 305, dip trade long, adding at 302. So I buy the dip there for the break through 305. There's a seller on the ask. I'm going to put a new order at 306. I take a little off the table, watching that seller count down. So the risk there of that 90,000 share seller at 05 is, will it break? Watching. Adding there at 302. So sizing back in here for this break. Watching 303, 304, adding at 305, and there we go. There's that quick squeeze. Now we're going to look for 310. Buying at 305 again, looking for the break through 309. So that puts me just up over 35, so I've got another 10,000 to donate here. High of this candle is 310. We've got 93 million shares of volume. Sold the rest at 3 for right now. Now, I sold the rest on the bid, but now I'm actually, okay, so it broke 3. All right, let's see. If it gets right back above 3, I'm long at 302. I'm going to take this as a long because I think if it holds above 3 here, we're in good shape. So let me just see if it's back to 96. Can it get back above 3? Added at 97. No, and I'm going to cut the loss on that. So at 32, ooh, what was I? How much did I just lose on that? Man, I sold at 92. I got a 10-cent slippage. All right, well, lost 3 grand on that. I'm going to let it dip down a little bit more. But the problem here is that now we have a topping tail candle. So we have a topping tail right there. All right, so let's see. Watching long at 79, buying this dip. I think this is kind of a little bit of a irrational sell-off to pull back that much. So let's see if we get this pop, 10-second curl back to 86, 87. So there's 83, adding at 83, holding at 79, looking for the break of 84 and 85. Can we get the break of 84? There's 83. There's 83. Taking it off at 83. First 1 minute candle to make a new high would be over 90. I'm going to let it dip again. Double bottom would be 78. If I can get back in at 78, I would do that for a double bottom. So let me watch 78 here. There's 80 on the bid, 79, 78, adding at 79, double bottom. So doing the double bottom trade here, bounce off 78, 79. Then looking for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high. So over first 1 minute candle to make a new high here, over 84 is an adding at 84. There's 86, 87. That is a nice double bottom trade. Okay, so now the high of this candle is 87. Not sure if we get all the way back up over 3. We do have a green topping tail, but that was a nice dip trade. And that's going to put me just under 35. I'll even order at $3. Okay, so the high of that candle was 94. So we did get that move up to 3, and of course I traded along the way. We do still have 4 green candles in a row, ending with a topping tail. This is a gravestone doji, so it's definitely a candle of indecision. Stop break even on the rest, although honestly, if it came back down to 78, I would probably want to do another dip trade off that level. So I'm actually going to just cancel that order to stop and just put it at 80 for an add. Watching here. Added at 79. So doing another dip trade long there at 79, flat bottom. Now over 85, once again, is an add. So there's 81, 82. There's 82, looking for the break, added right there, 84. So nice little pop there. Can we get back up to 86, 87? Support off this level, there's 85. Taking a little off the table. 85, 84, 85. Liquidity on this is great. Easy fills, no slippage really. Added there at 85 as it's starting to base out a little bit more. Looking for the break over 90. And orders at $3. See, it breaks that level. Now looking for an add over 95. And then the break back over 3. There's definitely risk of a false breakout here, but I'm going to take the long for the break through 96. And I want to see if we get through $3. I think we might get the break of 3. I'm not sure that it goes back to 310, but I do think we get the break of 3. So let's see. There's 97. There's 96. High of that candle right there is 97, so new order goes at 98. 1 cent above the high. Adding at 95 right there for the breakthrough 96 on this 10-second micro pullback. Looking for the break. And I got to cut that loose for a small loss at 88. Okay, so the high of that candle was 97. Watching down here for another dip trade. Starter at 81. The stop is 78, 76. Just trading basically within the range. Although on that last trade, I did buy for the break through the high, which got my average a little on the higher side, but I'll take that at 83. Yeah, I see GameStop, but it's a double top up here. So, you know, and it's just got a lot of risk on it. If it broke over $150, I'd be more interested. Nice on WTI, moving a little bit higher there on the scanner. Higher risk as it's a bit extended. See if it breaks through 5. High is 99. So there's WTI. We'll see if that gives a break on this whole dollar setup. GameStop moving a little higher. Like I said, this one's going to be a trickier one to manage risk on. High of that candle is 44.75. The thing is, once this one starts to squeeze, it can move quickly, but at the same time, I think you have hedge funds and a lot of traders who just short into these spikes. So when it drops fast. See, like a drop like that, look at that, from 44 down to 41. All of a sudden, it just plummets. The relative volume is low. You're right. Eyes, first 5-minute candle to make a new high. There's 85. That's good to see. I'll leave an order at $3 on that one. We'll see if we get another opportunity. So what I'm going to do on this, since the proper entry would have been down here at 75, is I'm going to wait for the first 1-minute pullback after the fresh 5-minute breakout. Most traders who miss the 5-minute breakout will just wait for that first 1-minute pullback. So nice to see. It could also set up an ABCD pattern. There's no guarantee by any means that it's going to squeeze back to the high. So just want to give it that time and wait for that entry. So I've got another $10,000 to donate here in a second. I'm just going to focus on this for a moment first. I'll let it do its pullback. So you see this is moving a bit higher, but it's not doing a proper pullback. So the high on this is 310. First 5-minute candle to make a new high gave you basically a perfect trade. I'll take a quick long there for the squeeze through 310. There's 318. That's just a high. Basically, that's a high day break. So I'll resort to a high day break when I miss my good entry, but it's just clearly ripping. So the high there is 24. I'm still going to have to wait for a proper pullback for the next good trade. The high here is 24, so putting my next order at 25. Long there, 25, just 5,000 shares. High there is 30. So I missed the good entry on it, but I can still trade in this range. I just need to wait for a pullback to take a bigger position. This could pull back down to 3 without any hesitation. High is 30. So starter at 19, kind of trying to look for this first 1-minute candle to make a new high. And then over 25, 26, or off of 310. Stop is $3. So added more there at 18. We're looking for the first 1-minute candle to make a new high, and then the breakthrough 30. Added 28 right there for the squeeze through 30. Now the back of mind target is 240. Watch the first 1-minute candle to make a new high on this dip. and then a long add through 30 up to 35.40. There's 27. There's 28. There's 29. There's 30. There's 34. Taking some off the table into that break. High is 39. Looking now for a dip trade. Still actually, so that was a 10-second pullback. It wasn't even a proper 1-minute pullback. Watching. Boy, good job for those of you guys that took that 5-minute bull flag. First 5-minute candle to make a new high on that at 285. That was awesome. High is 339. Leaving my order at 340. Glad I didn't get distracted with GameStop and focused on this one. Girl, pull it together. High is 39, low there was 18. See if I can get a dip trade in the teens. Long there at 18. So I just bought that dip. It's a double bottom. Now over 25, 26 could be an add. Watching 24. First 10-second candle to make a new high is 24, so let's watch this 23, 24 spot. Adding at 23, there's 26. Stop break even on the rest. 25. Sold the rest for now. I'll let it pull back for another opportunity. Watching. Long at 18. Doing a dip trade there again. Still trying to time the first 1-minute candle to make a new high. So buying the dips on it. High of this last candle was 32. Orders at 30. So I'm going to hold this. This candle right now has a high of 22. Wait, sorry. Yep, no, high of 28. Okay, so it's, all right, well, I'm still holding this. Looking for that first candle to make a new high right there, adding. Now looking for the squeeze back through 40. Okay, watch over 35. Adding right there, 33. Looking for the squeeze now through 37, 38, 39. Break of 40. There's 42. There's 45. Beautiful trade. High a day, 44. New order, 45. Watching a dip, adding long there, 42 for a quick break through 45. Can we get the break through the $0.50? Holding at 36 average. 45 is my add spot. I want to catch that break through the $0.50. That was beautiful. First 1-minute candle to make a new high, then the first micro pullback dip. That's what I'm in right now. And watch this on the 10-second chart. We're watching 44. So watch 44, then the breakthrough. We've got 40 on the ask. Holding. Adding there at 39, buying the dip for the breakthrough 43, 44, 45. Let's see, there's 44, adding at 45, there's 48. Beautiful. All right, new order goes at 51. Watching, micro pullback, break through the $0.50. Dip long at 46, added at 46 right there for the break through the $0.50. Watch this here. This is starting to accelerate a little faster. It's up 142%, adding at 50. So sizing up there, there's 58. Taking a little off the table, new order goes at 60. If we break and hold above 50, then we're starting to look for a move up towards 4. So can we hold 50? Dip trade long at 51. I'm buying the dip there because we're holding this $0.50. Now looking for 65.70. Once it holds these levels, over 58's the next add. Watching 57, adding at 58 right there. So as it starts to ascend a little bit higher, increasing the risk, but on the other hand, showing clearly the potential. So out there, wow, okay, so, hey, that's the $50,000 mark. That's the goal. That was the goal. I wanted to make $50,000 so I could donate it, and I just crossed 50,000. That's awesome. So now let me remember, how much have I donated already? I think I was at 25,000. Was I at 25 or had I already donated 30? I can't remember. I have to go and check. I did, let's see. So I did Berkshire Bounty. I did 18 Degrees. I did the Humane Society. I did People's Pantry. And I did one other. Let's see, Volunteers in Medicine. So I've already done 25,000. So now I've got another 25,000 that I can send out. I'm gonna I'm still liking this. Look at that pop right there, back to 60. Look at that flash. Whoa. Okay, new orders at 60. If this starts to get back over that $0.50, I'm adding there at 48. I'm adding there at 60. Look at this. The way this is moving here, this I think might squeeze. Adding at 61. Over 75 is my next add. All of a sudden, that popped up, and I'm thinking we might get that bigger move. Watch over 70. Adding at 69, right there. Looking for the squeeze through 75. Beautiful. 70 on the ask. I'm holding tight, looking for the break of 75 on this micro pullback. There's a possible long there over 70. And then we're looking for 75. Up to 85. There's 74. There's 85. New order at $4. High of that candle, 85. Adding at 79 right there for the breakthrough 85. Target $4. We're starting to go parabolic. 165% gain. Watching over 82, adding right there, 80. High of this candle's 85. Watching for the break of 85. Adding at 82, scaling in here, looking for that quick squeeze through 85, 87, 88. High of this candle, 87. Average is 73. Sizing down a little bit. 10-cent stop on the rest. That was like a little bear trap. All of a sudden, it just ripped right back up to 60. I mean, it just flashed on that candle to 58, and that's where I was like, whoa, hello, this looks like it's gonna squeeze. High a day is 87. New order goes at 87. Up $62,000. So now I've got the 25 plus another 12. That's 37. So let's see, 35,000 I've got to donate. That gets me up to 60K. High of this candle is 87. We're up 158% on 158 million shares of volume. Okay, so watching in this area here. Added back at 75 right there. It's starting to squeeze again, looking for the breakthrough 81, 82, 83, 84. There's 78, there's 80. There's 82, 83, no, 87. 77, I mean. So I think that was a break-even trade. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that pop. Okay, new orders at 90. Buying the dip right there. I'm looking for the breakthrough $4. This thing is clearly squeezing. Adding at 90, looking for the breakthrough 4. Possible halts. Watch this up over 4. I'm going to increase my share size so I can add on this for the break of 4. This is impressive. Adding right here at 97. Watch this, break through 4, then 410. This is parabolic momentum right here. This is awesome. All right, there's 98, 99, adding at 4 right there, looking for the squeeze up to 410. So I'm gonna let it dip, and then on the next rip, back to 4, let's get the breakthrough 4. Here we go, 93, adding at 93, buying the dip. I'll add at 96, 97, adding 97, adding 99, breakthrough 4. It keeps tapping that level, and it's gonna break, and when it breaks, we're gonna get a nice move. I'm putting an order at 420, so I can take a trade through the break of 4 with an offset. Watch here, it's coming up again, 97, 98, 99. There we go, there's 4 again on the ass, 405. Not bad, 67,000 on the day. High is 410, order goes at 410. We got 407 high. Dip trade long at 82, 83. So buying the dip now for the second attempt at 4. Holding at 86 average. Watching. Adding more at 78. So sizing in on this type of dip for that flash back up for a second attempt through 4. I don't think this is done yet. I mean, I could be wrong, but it seems like the volume is increasing. This is all looking good for a bigger move. We're up 168%, high of days 407, looking for the break back over 4, then through 407. Watch 90. There's 86 on the ask. So hit the bid at 83 for now. New orders at $4. Sitting at 67,000 on the day. So now I have to give, let's see, I've got 40,000. That'll get me up to 65,000. Just taking notes here. Add the down there at 71, quick dip trade, 6,000 shares. We may end up getting, and I'll stop at 65, $300 loss, that's fine. So we may end up getting a 5-minute pull back up in this area. So we'll see whether or not that happens. All right. Okay, so let's see. So let's do a couple donations here. So I'm going to do Berkshire Agricultural Ventures. So I'll put the link for this one. Berkshire Ag Ventures. So I'm going to do $5,000 for them here. Let's see. So they give loans to farmers trying to get themselves up and running. Basically like no interest loans. They also are able to help farmers get grants. So that is important for this area. Of course, agriculture is a big part of the Berkshires, and we have some really great farmers. All right, so there we go. Next. Okay. So let's see. All right, so that is confirmed. So $5,000 out for them. So that gets me up to 30,000 in donations with 35,000 left. I'm going to wait for this 5-minute pattern to set up just a little bit more. Let's see. I'm going to do 5,000 for Southern Berkshire Volunteer Ambulance. Donate. So let me do this one. Let's see. This is giving me a error on their donation page. Not sure why that is. So maybe I'll have to come back to them. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. Okay. Let's see. So sitting at 66,000 on the day. High of this candle right here is 86, back over 90. Could be long right there at 90, looking for the trade back through 4. So watch this back through 4 for a quick squeeze. Add at 97, adding right there, 4, taking half off the table into that breakout, new orders 410. Buying the dip right there at 02, buying the dip, now looking for the squeeze up to 415. So we're holding that level. There's 410, not bad. 415, there we go, taking a little more off the table. Dip trade, high of this is 20. Ooh, we're getting into some volatility here. Look at that jumping around. I'm gonna take the rest off the table for just a second. That volume is spiking. It's just whipping. So that puts me up to 72,000 on the day. So now let's see, 45,000 gets me up to 70. And I've already donated 30. So I've got another, right, because I just donated to, wait, oh man, I'm getting all confused. I donated to Berkshire Agriculture. I gotta take better notes here. Humane Society, Volunteers in Medicine, People's Pantry, Berkshire. Wow, look at that rejection. I might do a dip trade on this. I think I missed the dip there off of 60. Berkshire Bounty. Let's see. Berkshire Agricultural Ventures. Humane Society, boom. There's another one in there. 18 degrees. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, so I've given away 30 so far. Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was funny up there at the very top. It just, like a big kind of rejection up there. But realistically, all things considered, that was amazing. We got that squeeze from 260 all the way up to 4. That is a false breakout, but I mean, all things considered, can't really complain. It was still a really great move. All right, let's see. That's weird. All right, well, I can't seem to donate to Berkshire Hospital or Berkshire Volunteer Ambulance. Yeah, and you know, GameStop, I guess it did go up a little higher up there to 52, but, well, the total volume on GameStop is 11 million shares. The total volume on EYES is 193 million shares. There's a lot more volume on EYES. Let's see. All right, why don't we do the Food Bank of Western Mass? Food Bank, Western Mass. Okay. Okay. Expiration, okay. All right, so donating 5,000 to the Food Bank of Western Mass here. Let's make sure that goes through. Success. All right, that's great. Okay, so that's gone through there. 5,000. So now we're up to 10, 20, 30, 35. So now I'm having a hard time keeping up here. Look at that drop though from 420 down to 40. I could do dip trades here, but I think this is distinguishing kind of the front of that momentum and the kind of backside, because that's a big flush. That right there was a big flush. So I'm at $72,000 on the day. We crossed 50 and kept trading eyes, and 52,000 just on eyes. All right, so let's see. I did the Berkshire Humane Society. So I already got the animals in there. I did 18 degrees, so that's the foster and family services organization here. We got the farmers, Berkshire Agricultural Ventures. We got 3 food pantries actually. People's Pantry, Berkshire Bounty, and the Food Bank of Western Mass. I tried to donate to the hospital, or the ambulance, the volunteer ambulance, but that didn't, their link's not working, so I'll have to come back on that one. I will donate to the local hospital here in a second. So is there anything else squeezing up? Eyes, sort of a big move there. GameStop, a big move as well. Both, interestingly, kind of pulling back at a similar time there. Sometimes when one kind of drops, the others drop as well. It's kind of this rising tide that lifts all ships, but then it goes both directions. So I'm going to send, let's see. I think I'm going to send another donation to Volunteers in Medicine. I didn't realize how much I was going to make today, so I'll up theirs by another $5,000. So I'm going to go to $10,000 for them. I wanted to kind of spread it around, but now I've made a little bit more. Okay. So that gets me up to 40, I think. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40. Let's see. So I have donated to the VFW. They don't have a like an easy online kind of thing. So I could send them a check. All right, so that second donation just went through for volunteers in medicine, so that's great. HKIB, let me look, HKIB. All right, so I know I need to do, so I'm at 40 so far, so that's 40 right there. Whoa, look at that, yikes. 550, 650, 750, and then halt down. High a day on eyes is 420. Yeah, St. Jude's Children's Hospital. I've donated there before. Let's do that. Let's do that. So let me donate. That's a good one. All right, so let's see. Other 5,000. Let me fill out my credit card info, not on screen share. Hang on. So if you made a little money today, so 5K to St. Jude's. Okay, so there we go. So that's sent. So I'm going to donate to the VFW. I'll donate 5,000 there. I just have to write a check for that. Let's see. Oops. So, all right. So it's $5,000. Today's date, the 5th. All right, so I will have to bring that down there, but that's fine. All right. Well, we're coming up at 11 a.m. I'm not sure whether or not we're going to have a whole lot more if eyes doesn't get back through the high. All right. And Dylan, 12 p.m. Wednesday is a date. Let me just... I'm going to email you a link to the Zoom call. And Gary, I don't know if you wanted to do today at noon, but just let me know if you do. All right, I'll add the link, Dylan, on that calendar invite. Cool. All right, Gary, let me just send you an email. I'm going to email you your calendar or your Zoom invite. It's for today. Hang on, let me just grab that calendar. Okay, sounds good. All right, well, I think today has been a very thankful Friday. I hope some of you guys, of course, again, as always, I'll put up my disclaimer as a reminder that trading is risky. You shouldn't be blindly, certainly following me or anyone else. But we had some interesting opportunities today. Initially, a little touch and go. We had some pre-market action on AEI, which didn't hold up super well, but I kind of chased it and I did make some money on it. And then we had eyes, and that was the big one today. So got a nice move on eyes there as it squeezed up to $4. So that's great to see, and able to pay it forward here a little bit. So I've already donated $50,000, and I'm going to donate 20. Let's see. All right, girl. Out you go. Out you go. Let's see. I'm going to donate the rest here to the local hospital. So I'm just going to donate that $22,500. I'll just $22,500 to the local hospital. Okay. All right, so that is sent. All right, cool. And yeah, eyes is pulling back a little bit more. So Gary, I'll check my email from you, and Warrior Pro students, room is open, and we're gonna switch gears and do class. Those of you guys on YouTube and Facebook, if you're curious and wanting to learn a little bit more about how I find stocks to trade, what my process is for weeding stocks out of the list, I'm going to give you the link right here. Register for my Momentum Day Trading Strategy Workshop. So you can register right there. Let me refresh. Let's see where we're at on subscribers. We're at $799, $356. So we're making some progress, but slowing down a little bit. So, all right, well, hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. You'll get the notification when I go live. Thank you guys for tuning in this morning. This was a fun day. 100% of the profits to charity. A little bit more than actually 20. Well, by only a couple $100, but in any case, donated $72,500 today to the Humane Society, Volunteers in Medicine, the People's Pantry, Berkshire Bounty, Berkshire Agricultural Ventures, Berkshire Family, Children and Families Services Organization, Food Bank of Western Mass, St. Jude's, the VFW, and the local hospital. So we got a little money off Wall Street, and we sent it back to a local community. I hope you guys are able to do the same. All right, I'm going to turn off the YouTube broadcast, and I'll see you guys on Monday morning.